31st of August, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
That's my teacher, Rabbi Furst.
Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Fursti at Yeshiva Shamanavshi here in Shamayim, care of Zoom. We are in our second year learning Mishnah Berura and Siman Taf Reish Nun Aleph, and we're in Sif Hey. Yeah, we'll begin with Sif Hey. Either Rav Meir or Rav Eliezer Tzvi, would like to begin to read a bit?
Thank you.
Okay, have a good time.
Okay. Hey.
Yes.
Okay. Yivorech al Nitilas Lulav v'Shechianu Kodem Sheitol Esro K'dei Sheyivorech over La Soso. Oyehacha O Yifchoch Harechod Ad Sheyivorech. So you're supposed to say the brachas of al Nitilas Lulav v'Shechianu before you pick up the lulav in order to do the bracha before the mitzvah, or you can simply pick up the lulav upside down and pick up the esrog upside down and turn it over after you make the bracha.
Right. Good. Let's see the law as well.
Haga vayivorek ba'omed. You should sit me'omed. You should be standing up when you're making the bracha. Lo yivorech Rach Ham Achas Biyom. You only make the bracha one time during the day. Alpha P shouldn't do a comma P, even if you were to take your lulav many times.
Right. It's not like talis or tefillin, for example, that in many circumstances you'd make a new bracha on a talis or a new bracha on tefillin. Depending, there's specific details about each case, but lulav is not like that. One bracha for the whole day. And that's it. Maybe we'll discuss in the Mishnah Berura why the difference, what's the difference between that and other mitzvahs. Let's continue on with the Mishnah Berura Sifkat and Chaf Daled.
Kodem Sheitol Esrog, before you take the esrog, Mitam de'ein levorek Kodem Lehalulav Lo Mistaver Levorek Be'od Halulav Munach Bekli. Okay, for the time that you do not make the bracha before you take the lulav, it's not proper to make the bracha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mistaver. I mean, it's not reasonable. It's not logical.
Okay.
From the word svor, lo mistaver. It's not logical, not reasonable to make the bracha while the lulav is still in its kli.
And you don't make the bracha after you take all four species, the Indian overall siyasim, because you want to make the bracha before the option. We do the action. Hilchach, therefore, you make the bracha before you take the esrog. Zehu over l'siyasim. This is considered before you've taken the arba minim. Shemavirin ze et ze, shema'akvid ze. They're all.
He's explaining the Mishnah Berura, even though that you're holding the lulav and the hadassim and the aravas in your right hand, it's not considered as if you've done the mitzvah yet, because you still haven't picked up the esrog, or you've picked it up upside down, right? So therefore, it's still considered over l'siyason that you make the bracha, even though you might be holding the other three meaning, the lulav, esrog, and hadassim.
Okay. The Hainushim Chaser Lo Eza Minamin. If you're missing one of the Arba Minim, Kuliyama Lo Yatsa, you're not, everybody says you're not fulfilling your obligation. Hilchach Mikre overlay sales, and therefore making the bracha before you've picked up the fourth min is considered saying the bracha before you do the action.
Right. Very good. That's understood. Okay. And what the Mishnah Berurah said originally that you should have the bracha just before you're about to do the mitzvah. That's a general rule in all mitzvahs. When for example, in talis, you make your bracha al lisatef petzitas, should have the talis, holding the talis in your hands over your head, ready to put it on immediately after you make the bracha. Likewise, a tefillin should be right there on your arm, ready to be tightened on your arm as soon as you make the bracha right away. You don't have to make an interruption and go get it out of the bag and undo it from the shaitel and unwrap it. No, it's all there ready to go. And then you do the bracha and immediately you fulfill the mitzvah which you're making the bracha on. Likewise, also with foods, right? You should be holding, making a motzi, should be holding the bread in your hand. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why on Shabbos you make a little scratch in the challah so that you know exactly where to cut the challah. You decide before you've made the bracha where you are going to make the cut in the challah, not to make an interruption, even of a few seconds of thinking what's the best place to cut the challah in. You've already made that pre-decided decision already, and therefore it shortens the time between actual making the bracha and the fulfillment of what the bracha is. On a banana, right? You peel the banana first, right? So you don't have to make the bracha, then start peeling the banana, right? Likewise with other things, you have a candy in a wrapper, right? Piece of gum. You don't make the shakol and then take the gum out of the wrapper, unwrapping it. You unwrap it first, then you make the bracha, so you can make the bracha and then eat whatever you make the bracha on immediately right afterwards. That's a general rule in all brachas. Okay. Let's see, that would be the Chaf Hey. Another option that the Mechaber said would be to pick up the esrog having upside down, and then making the bracha, and then turning the esrog right side up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hey.
Okay.
We're going to turn over the esrog. Ha'ukitz lamala, having the ukitz, the stem part of it up. The eno yotze bezeh, that because you're not yotze this way because you're not holding the esrog properly. You didn't dare do loss because you need to hold it the way it grows. Blend above and sif base. La'acha habracha, and then after the bracha, hochitz ha'okitz, and you flip over the okitz so the okitz is down, lamata to the bottom. Gedera do also, then you're holding it the way it grows. Yotze bezeh, and then for you're going to be yotze your the mitzvah of lulav. Bayan beis Yosef. You go see in the beis Yosef the H od Eitzah. There's another Eitzah. Shei kodem lasuyason, that where you can say the bracha before you take your minute the hainu. She yechavin shelo yatzes mitzvos ad sheyitul kulam biyado, that you have in your mind that you're not going to be fulfill the mitzvah and take all the pieces into your hand. V'ayin beber hagra shakosov dezeh ha'esahi hayoter mufcheres. And that is the most preferred way of doing it.
Simply pick it up, but you have in mind that you're not going to yotzi until you take all of them in your hand. Right. So what is it? What's the Beis Yosef says od eitz sheyeh kodem sheyasiyasam hainu sheyechaven shelo, let's say b'mitzvah ad sheyitul kulam biyado. What is that exactly? I'm not sure what that means exactly. How is that any different than what the Mechaber said?
I think it's a specific kavana. You have a specific kavana that you're not yotze yet. But even if you,
So you're right. The kavana is right. The yikaven shlolet says b'mitzvah ad shitu kulam biyado. Right. So he's making the bracha and he's thinking. So is he holding them or not? So what is he holding according to this final third option of the Beis Yosef? What's the scenario look like here?
I don't know.
Because the Mechaber said, Yivarach al netilas lulav, make a bracha on netilas lulav v'shech and shachem konum shito esrog before you take the esrog. Kadesh Yivarach oivel esiyasan. No, it should be over the esiyasan. Or pick it up and turn it up, but hold it upside down and then switch it on after you've made the bracha. Right? So I'm not sure what this third option is different than the first option of the Shulchan Aruch. You're right. He's emphasizing the kavana. She'echavim shalolet seis b'mitzvah ad shitu kulam biyado. So it's mashma that he's making the bracha, but he's still not all of them were in his hands, right? Meaning none of them are in his hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Gra is saying.
Yeah. There's a short scene. You have the Chav test. I'm not sure if this is going to help us. Maybe let's see.
I don't have the chart scene with me.
Okay, so I'll read it. It says after Laman Domer mitzvahs ain't tzri because kavana, even though that there's an opinion that mitzvahs don't have to have kavana. Mekom makom in kivin shalolat says ain't no yotze. If he's mechaven not to be yotze, he won't be yotze. So what does it mean? Shechaven shalolat says b'mitzvah ad shitu kulam biyado. He should take them. He should have kavana not to be yotzi until all of them are in his hand.
Right. If you hold mitzvah stricha kavana, then even if you hold mitzvahs ain't stricha kavana, that's if you have no kavana at all. But if you have a kavana that you're not going to do it, then I guess you can have a kavana that the lekicha is not effective until after you make the bracha. Kavana, then you can hold a lulav and esrog, you can make the bracha, and then the kicha is effective.
Right. That's what I thought to say. But the fact that the Mishna Berura brings this ad shitu kulam biyado, right? Until you take them all into your hand, it's mashma that you're not taking them all in your hand. In which case, I don't understand how that's really essentially different than the first opinion of the Shulchan Aruch.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah. All right. 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll try and clarify that. If I can get some help on this, I'll try and get a clarity on that. Okay. Let's continue on.
Okay, Chavav ad shivorech until you made the bracha. Being shachach levorech kodim lekicha, and if you forgot to make the bracha before you took them, mevorech achar kach, and you're going to make a bracha afterwards. The hagam nenua